A critic silenced. The life and death of Jamal Khashoggi. Jamal Khashoggi was a prominent Saudi journalist, known for his insightful commentary and fearless criticism of his homeland's government. Born in Medina, Saudi Arabia in 1958, Khashoggi's career spanned decades, marked by periods of both favor and censure from the Saudi regime. He held influential positions, including editor of the Saudi newspaper Al Watan, and served as a media advisor to the Saudi government. However, his growing unease with the increasingly authoritarian policies of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman led him to self-imposed exile in the United States in 2017. Khashoggi continued his critical writing from abroad, becoming a regular columnist for the Washington Post. His articles, often critical of the Saudi government's human rights record and foreign policy, earned him both praise and the ire of the Saudi leadership. His voice, resonating with clarity and conviction, represented a challenge to the official narrative, a beacon of dissent amplified by his global platform. On October 2, 2018, Khashoggi entered the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, seeking documents for his upcoming marriage. He never walked out. His disappearance, captured on chilling security footage, sent shockwaves across the world, sparking an international outcry and a desperate search for answers. The ensuing investigation, fraught with obfuscation and denial from the Saudi government, slowly revealed the horrific truth. Jamal Khashoggi had been brutally murdered inside the consulate, his body dismembered and disposed of in an act of chilling premeditation. The assassination of Jamal Khashoggi was not just the silencing of a critic but a stark reminder of the lengths to which authoritarian regimes would go to quash dissent. His death became a symbol of the vulnerability of journalists, of the fragility of free speech in the face of unchecked power. The world watched, horrified, as the details of the crime unfolded, a gruesome testament to the brutal reality of political repression. The Saudi dissident Khashoggi's path to exile. Jamal Khashoggi's journey from an insider within the Saudi establishment to a vocal critic living in exile is a testament to his unwavering commitment to truth and justice. Initially a supporter of the Saudi monarchy, Khashoggi's views began to shift as he witnessed the growing repression within his homeland. The Arab Spring, with its promise of democratic reforms and greater freedoms, had a profound impact on Khashoggi's thinking. He saw the uprisings as a sign of hope, a yearning for change that resonated deeply with his own growing concerns about the direction of Saudi Arabia under its increasingly autocratic leadership. Khashoggi's criticisms, initially muted and expressed within the confines of acceptable dissent, grew bolder as he became increasingly disillusioned. He used his platform to call for greater transparency, accountability, and respect for human rights, challenging the status quo and advocating for a more open and just society. However, his calls for reform were met with increasing hostility from the Saudi government. Censorship, threats, and intimidation became commonplace as the authorities sought to silence his dissenting voice. Recognizing the growing danger to his safety and freedom, Khashoggi made the difficult decision to flee Saudi Arabia in 2017, seeking refuge in the United States. A fateful trip, the Istanbul consulate visit. In the autumn of 2018, Jamal Khashoggi found himself navigating the complexities of a bureaucratic necessity. He needed to obtain documents from the Saudi consulate in Istanbul to finalize his upcoming marriage to Hatice Cengiz, his Turkish fiancée. On October 2, Khashoggi entered the consulate unaware that he was stepping into a carefully orchestrated trap, a meticulously planned operation that would end his life. Security footage from that day reveals a chilling sequence of events. Khashoggi is seen entering the consulate, a sense of normalcy shrouding the impending horror. Hours pass, and he does not emerge. Cengiz, waiting anxiously outside, grows increasingly concerned as the minutes turn into an agonizing wait. Her worst fears are confirmed when the consulate remains closed and no explanation is offered for Khashoggi's disappearance. The alarm bells are sounded, and the search for the missing journalist begins, a frantic race against time entangled in a web of diplomatic complexities and political intrigue. The world watches, holding its breath, as the mystery of Khashoggi's disappearance deepens, a sinister prelude to a shocking revelation.